I'm Ashley Dvorkin for Fox411 Country, joined today by Grammy-winning country music star Lee Greenwood, a celebrity ambassador for the Disabled American Veterans Charity, helping bring attention to its Keep the Promise campaign this Veterans Day. So welcome, Lee. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And tell me first about the organization and then this campaign in particular.
Well, DAV, of course, is very familiar with all Americans. I mean, they know what they do. And that is, we help so many veterans who come home and have a struggle with getting their benefits. And DAV makes sure that that's achieved. And there's many ways we can do that, of course. We help them not just with recovery from their wounds, if that's the case, PTSD, if that's the case, help with families and the struggle that they might have with payments for cars and homes and things like that. And people can, of course, sign on to this website. It's called dav.org/joinlee. And for Veterans Day to November 29th, you can actually get on the website, make a video of the soldier in your family or someone that you admire. You can actually go to the Wall of Honor and actually write a message, you know, through technical advancement. I have no idea how they do that, and it'd be kind of cool. Or even make a donation, because that is the bottom line, you know, that we actually, how we transfer our help to soldiers is through the donations that we have, because we're nonprofit, we're not part of the government, and people have to realize that. So it's really a privilege to be a new ambassador for DAV, and we'll work for this next year, visiting hospitals and all that we can do to raise awareness for DAV's Keeping the Promise.
Great. And then tell me about the special show that you have on Veterans Day this year that you're performing. Oh,
that's fabulous. I'm doing Fox and Friends, of course, Veterans Day in the morning, and then I'm flying to San Antonio and I have a performance with a friend of mine who it's been my friend. He's wounded in Afghanistan, lost both legs, Justin Lane. And I'll say, hey, Justin, because I'll see him tonight. I don't know when this airs, but the night of Veterans Day. Yeah. And it's a special show to honor him and all that he has done for America.
Great. And then tell me about the USO shows and your involvement with the USO tours over the years, more than 30. So why has it been so important to you throughout your career to do this, and how did those shows stand out for you in particular?
You know, I have to be really honest with you. And when I was 14, 15 years old in California, where I was raised, it basically was some income. I mean, the USO would pay us to go play at McClellan or Mayfield Air Force Base or the Presidio in San Francisco, and we would take my little band, you know, the Apollos, and we'd go down there and play. That was the name of the band, and make like $15, you know. But while I was there, I recognized, you know, the military. I love the discipline. I didn't serve in the military. My father was in World War II right after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. He joined the Navy. But it wasn't my calling. I mean, I was 3A in the draft, and now we have an all-volunteer Army. So people who sign up for this, I recognize that there's such a tremendous sacrifice, not just a duty and away from home a lot, because we're away from home a lot with our country music tours. We're gone sometimes 200-300 days a year, but they're gone for like 2 or 3 years at a time.
Yes. And
may not see a child that was just born or something. So it's really, you know, I recognize the sacrifice. So I just do all I possibly can, you know, to honor our veterans. And this new assignment as ambassador for the DAV, I can't tell you how proud I am to do this.
What is that moment like when you play God Bless the USA at these shows? And tell me the story behind that song as well. Well,
you know, first of all, through the media, through Fox, it's been so good to me to reach out to our public here in America and do things I can to honor veterans during Veterans Day, Memorial Day, July 4th. But throughout the year, Ashley, I do shows all the time. And I don't really step on stage and say, look, I'm doing a patriotic show all day long. I mean, I have 17 #1 country hits. You know, we're on the CMA the other night, and I sang with Brad and Carrie. Yeah. And that was kind of cool. I've been on that stage many times before, you know, when we got honors for Male Vocalist of the Year, and mix it up with my friends. And now people say, well, you're a legend. What does that mean exactly? I'm still a performing artist, and I've been out there for a while, and I continue to be, you know, on the road and tour with my friends that I see at truck stops and at venues. But when I play God Bless USA, of course, there is a special meaning to it. And people, you know what's amazing to me is from the very beginning when I put that song on stage, people stood up like it was the national anthem. And I'm like, it's not, you know. But what a tribute. I mean, you know, it makes me feel so humbled and privileged to be able to do it for, you know, for everybody.
And what was it that you hoped people would take from the song, and hope now people would take from the song and its lyrics?
Well, if you remember how I wrote the song, the first line is, if tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life. I was raised on a farm in Sacramento, California. I saw that farm disappear from my grandparents. We were sharecroppers, and there was grain subsidizing to Russia at the time. This is like in the late 50s, and they were paid not to farm. We couldn't make a living. And so that was the first line of the song. When I get to the middle of the song where I say, I'm proud to be an American, I had not heard anybody say that since my father served in World War II. And I wrote the song in 1983. It was a time of peace. But I said, you know, we really need to do this. And actually, there'll be another song in 20 years from now or 30 years from now that somebody will honor America for. But right now, it's America's most recognized patriotic anthem, and I'm going to sing it everywhere I can.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Lee Greenwood. Great to see you.
Happy Veterans Day.
Appreciate it. And to you. And for more information on the organization, it's dav.org. And for your show dates and your tour dates, your website as well, because as you said, throughout the year, you have many plans.
Go to dav.org/joinlee.
Yes, join Lee for this particular campaign, of course. And thank you for watching. For Fox 411 Country, I'm Ashley Dvorkin.